Oh my God, Anita.
Hello, welcome to another edition of the Willie Bragg Show. I am your host, Willie Bragg, and I am guilty right now of what Kyle Kalinske is guilty of that keeps his sub at a very stagnant, and that is basically to go and do a story that's about a week too late at times, and I don't want to do that. But I'm doing that today. I'm referring to basically the news of Boris Johnson in the UK resigning, the Prime Minister of Great Britain, the scandals, the fact that he can't keep people in his cabinet ministers keep resigning, and all, and so it looks like that there's going to be a new leader of the Conservative Party pretty soon, and which means it's going to be a new prime minister. But it's more than likely not going to be an election just yet. Looks like where it stands, it looks like it'll probably be in the year 2023, maybe 2024. But we'll see what happens. So what I'm going to do is this is from the Guardian site, and it's basically a recap of the scandals that's broken out. That's basically, hold on a second. Yeah, highlights, but hold on. I saw that link too. Damn. I had that link down. Oh my goodness. I had that link right there ready from the Guardian. And let me scroll back up. All right. Hold on a second here. That made me mad right there because it was from the Guardian. Okay, scandal. Let's see. The Guardian. I had that link right there, folks. I promise you. Okay. Yeah, right here it is. Here it is. Hold on. Okay. Check out this version. Okay. Give me a second, and we'll get this thing. We will get this thing going very shortly. Okay. All right. Sorry about that. This one of those things right there. Alrighty. Really now the will. Okay, hold on. We got it. So let me just get the link ready for y'all. Okay. Oh, there it is. Okay, and you don't want to hear an echo. I don't want to hear an echo myself. Do we have that link ready? Yes, we do. We did it. So here we go. It is clearly now the will of the Parliamentary Conservative Party that there should be a new leader of that party and therefore a new Prime Minister.
Prime Minister, do you accept it was a grave error to appoint Chris Pincher to your government?
Yes, I think it was a mistake.
We're just hearing that Sajid Javid has resigned.
What? I'm terribly sorry, we have to stop there. Rishi Sunak has resigned. The Chancellor has resigned. That is it.
You're not resigning as Vice Chairman.
Well, no, look, I think you have to resign.
The Prime Minister has lost the confidence of a very large part of his parliamentary party.
There's been 7 more resignations. This is a night of resignations.
And the big question this morning on everyone's lips, can Boris Johnson survive?
As for those who are left, the charge of the lightweight brigade.
Does the Prime Minister think there are any circumstances in which he should resign?
Frankly, Mr. Speaker, the job of a Prime Minister in difficult circumstances when he's been handed a colossal mandate is to keep going, and that's what I'm going to do.
We've had now 27 resignations. This is extremely fast moving. The Prime Minister is meant to be up at the liaison committee at 3 p.m.
The earliest date that I can see for a general election is in 2 years from now.
It's been reported that there's a delegation of your cabinet colleagues waiting in Downing Street to tell you when you finish it today that it's time for you to go.
I'm not going to give a running commentary on political events. We're going to get on with the government of the country.
Sorry, I'm just being told in my ear that the Prime Minister has fired Michael Gove. Michael Gove was not at the Prime Minister's questions.
Nadeem Zahawi, Chancellor for 24 hours, has now written to the Prime Minister and told him to go. Michelle Donovan, the new Education Secretary, in post for about 36 hours, has now resigned.
It's gone too far. He has to go.
Because he's a buffoon, he's an idiot, and you can't trust him. Leave. Go. Just go.
Just hearing from a very high-level government source telling me that it's done. If it happens, it will involve the lectern coming out and the Prime Minister addressing everybody who's here. There's a lot of people here in the street.
My friends, in politics, no one is remotely indispensable. I know that there will be many people who are relieved, and perhaps quite a few who will also be disappointed. And I want you to know how sad I am to be giving up the best job in the world. But them's the breaks.
Okay, that kind of sum it up right there. Massive resignations, and of course it was the scandal with Chris Pincher, who resigned on June 30th, saying that he had drunk too much the night before at the Carlton Club, a members club in South James, London, having embarrassed himself and other people. It was later alleged that he groped 2 other individuals, and was suspended as a Conservative MP on, and then again, all this that was going on with Pincher being very handsy, as they said, and with regarding to the massive resignation, caused the crisis where Boris Johnson basically to step down. So, what does this mean when it comes to British politics? Again, maybe in the year 2023, unless there's a crisis that builds up. I know there's a banking crisis right now, and as much as I keep up with British politics, I'm just hearing about the banking crisis, which is something I should have been a little more in tune with, but I probably will as time go on here. However, regarding the government and everything, if there is I believe in the parliamentary system, a crisis of no confidence, they'll have to call for an election. They're not going to call for an election right now because right now the Conservative Party, they're like down the shitter in the polls. So if the election was held tomorrow, more than likely Kier Starmer would likely win, which is why the Conservatives are not going to have an election right away. They only call a government's only going to call for an election early if they think they can win an election. So I will play you a clip from Kier Starmer, who is the current leader of the opposition, the Labour Party, and I'll tell you a little bit about him shortly. So hold on here, and we'll start with him real quick. His because Johnson, this is just a few days ago. Johnson is still the prime minister, so he's going to give you his take on that right now. So
he needs to go completely. None of this nonsense about clinging on for a few months. He's inflicted lies, fraud, and chaos in the country, and we're stuck with a government which isn't functioning in the middle of a cost of living crisis. And the change we need is not a change at the top of the Tory party. It's much more fundamental than that. We need a change of government and a fresh start for Britain. His own party have finally concluded that he's unfit to be Prime Minister. They can't now inflict him on the country for the next few months. It's obvious he's unfit to be Prime Minister. That's been blindingly obvious for a very, very long time. And if they don't get rid of him, then Labour will step up in the national interest and bring a vote of no confidence, because we can't go on.
That's Kier Starmer. He's the current leader of the Labour Party, and he's complaining about Boris Johnson, who keeps clinging on and not stepping down as soon as he should. And I could see where he will want him to be in a precarious situation where there's a crisis of no confidence, and there'll be a call for a new election because I can understand where he'll want to see that happening. But here's the thing about Kier Starmer, and honestly, knowing me, my ideology and everything, if I lived in the UK, I would more than likely support the Labour Party as a general rule, be a member. However, Kier Starmer would not be exactly my ideal leader as far as I'm concerned. I was more supportive of their previous leader, Jeremy Corbyn. I felt like when Jeremy Corbyn stepped down, and I'm going to play you a clip from Jeremy Corbyn in a minute. When Jeremy Corbyn stepped down as the leader of the Labour Party and Kier Starmer took over, Kier Starmer was a return to Tony Blair. And I am not particularly excited by the prospects of a Prime Minister Starmer, even though I would prefer any Labour government to a Tory government in the UK. Having that said, he's not exactly what I will call a great leader. He would be willing to cooperate with U.S. interests, toxic interests, a little bit too much. He's pretty much flirts with neoliberal policies, third way economics. And for these reasons, I am not particularly keen on him. So, and another thing about it is, while America's trying to bring over Julian Assange to the United States, and there's a Julian Assange connection to this. Just recently, the former leader of the UK Labour Party, former leader of the British Labour Party, the previous leader, Jeremy Corbyn, was busy pretty much wishing Julian Assange a happy birthday. And of course, y'all know where I stand on Julian Assange. So here we go, a clip from Jeremy Corbyn momentarily.
We're obviously in a very difficult and very crucial period in this whole campaign. So today, we wish Julian a happy birthday. Today, we wish all ourselves all the best and all the strength we've got to prevent a very, very brave journalist being removed from this country, where he ought to be allowed to reside if that's what he wants to do, and above all, to be able to continue his work. Somebody said to me, "What's Julian Assange done?" And I said, told the truth about Iraq, Afghanistan, Guantanamo Bay, and so much else. That's his crime. So let's raise your glass if you've got one in your hand and say, "Happy birthday, Julian."
And there you have it. I mean, not even Bernie Sanders is willing to talk about Julian Assange. I don't know if he actually ever really talked at all about Julian Assange. I actually don't know that, but I think it's quite telling that he hasn't, so far as I know, and yet someone like Tulsi Gabbard has. So I mean, and she'd be correct, and she was correct. One of the reasons I don't write her totally off is that she's one of the few politicians in this country that speaks on behalf of Julian Assange. Same with Jeremy Corbyn in the UK, keeping good company in that regard. But I would like to see someone like Jeremy Corbyn, or more like Jeremy Corbyn, in the event that if there's another election, and in the event that Labour loses, and I think that's a probability right now. Just how I've observed British politics over the years, Kier Starmer just appears to be a lightweight, and I hope that there will be a strong socialist that can take back the Labour Party and bring it back to its common sense, at least back to the common sense of the Clement Attlee, the Harold Wilson years, the Michael Foot years, the Jeremy Corbyn years. A whole lot less Hugh Gateskill, a whole lot less Tony Blair, a whole lot less Gordon Brown, Ed Miliband. And if anybody from the UK is watching, yeah, I know who Hugh Gateskill was. Yeah, so there you have it. So if you like what you heard, press like and comment. If you disagree with what I have to say, comment anyway. We'll have a conversation. Feel free to share the content on this channel. As a First Amendment absolutist, it's my duty to inform you to create your own platform and utilize it, because we are, in fact, the muckrakers of our time. Hit that notification bell. Hit that subscribe button. And until next time, remember, we just got to reject corporate media because they got nothing to offer. And, let's go ahead and just kind of work toward a better world. So I'll conclude by saying to you all, music.